Hello, and welcome back to this Platinum series, Road to 100. Yep, Road to 100 Platinums. Counting the ones that I've already gotten before I started streaming and blah, 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 blah. So, Bully was our 21st Platinum, which, doesn't mean much. Does not mean much. Game, honestly, easy. It was easy to Platinum. It was just more you had to go out of your way. Like, you had to dedicate hours and hours to tedious things. Like, after hours wasn't too bad. Literally, all you did was just stay out and kept passing out. Like, the trophy on the screen, as you can see now, is the after hours trophy. All you had to do was stay outside, like, literally pass out outside twice. And that would give you stayed out past curfew 5 hours. Because, oh, you didn't even have to pass out twice. You had to pass out once, then do this one, and boom, you're done. Then this one, Teacher's Pet, I believe, was complete 3 classes. Anyways, besides the point. Besides the literal point. It was a fun game. When we started playing this game, I did not have a mic. I was still using the PS5 controller mic. I did that for the entire playthrough of Resident Evil, by the way. And the entire playthrough of Until Dawn. And I want to say maybe a quarter of this playthrough, I had absolutely no mic. But then, as time went on, I got a mic. Then I threw that mic away, and then I bought another one. So, over the course of this game, I bought 2 mics. This game took us a little over 20 hours to complete. It was a little tedious, because, like, you have to go pick 50 flowers. I don't want to go pick 50 flowers. You have to go kiss 25 girls. I don't want to go do that. I know the health stats and all that, but it's like, I don't want to really go do that. You have to go kick a soccer ball 200 times. Which, actually, not that bad. I was able to kick it, like, I don't know, it took like 10 minutes and you could kick it 50 times, so it wasn't actually that bad. The one that really, I couldn't plant chocolates in Gloria's locker, by the way, just in case you're wondering why I'm not doing that. It wasn't that bad. The errands were somewhat pretty bad to do. Like, they weren't hard to do, but I'd play for like 4 hours and not get a single errand, and then other times I'd be playing, and then over the course of 10 minutes, I get like 4 to 5 errands. That was kind of just my conundrum. I needed errands, buddy. Needed errands, buddy. And for a game that they re-released onto the PS4, PS5, I was just surprised that they didn't fix some glitches. I ran into a lot of glitches. One where I had to wait it out, which was really annoying. There was another one where it was visual. Most of them were visual glitches, so I guess it's not the end of the world. But there were a few that just were not visual glitches, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck? Because I wanted... Nah, it wasn't... I gotta turn my phone off. Oh, my bad. Sorry, not gonna restart none of this. We're already 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Which, fun fact, 3 minutes and 33 seconds in now. And the platinum, because everything else is achievements, trophies, is PlayStation is the only one that has a platinum system, is 3.33%. We are part of the 3.33% who get it. Smart Mouth was to make verbal comments, bad comments. I forget what you call. Oh, insult people. Yeah, I forgot the word for insult. Like I had to mow the lawn 10 times. There was a lot of just tedious things. It was just really tedious. Like, it wasn't hard, it was just tedious. Like, I had to dedicate 40 minutes to cutting lawns. I don't want to do that. But you had to get the platinum. I mean, who said I had to get the platinum? I did, because I bought this game. But then, you know, as time went on, we got to progress the story more and more, because there were certain things... Because I'm getting all of, like, the stories of, like, trophies, for just doing all these things, like errands, whatnot. But then as time went on, it was like, wow, I just gotta do trophy-based missions. Or not even trophy-based missions, it was like, wow, I just have to, I just have to actually play the story to be able to do anything further because it's like, oh, skid mark, like give 50 wedgies. I can do that at all. I mean, I think I'm still I'm either in chapter 2 at this point on screen, or I'm still in chapter, or I just got to chapter 3. No, because no chapter 2 trophy popped up. So I'm literally getting, I honestly, I don't even lie to you, I probably banged out 40, not 40, probably somewhere between 25 to 40% of the, yeah, 25 to 40% of the trophies in chapter 2. I mean, I banged out a few in chapter 1, but I had almost half the trophies by the time we got to chapter 2, finished chapter 2. And then the other ones were just ones that I had to play the story to unlock them. Like, you have to do all the bike races. Alright, well, I can't really do that till I get to the final chapter. So I was doing all the bike races per chapter, and then progressing the chapter. What was another one? Oh, do all the, get all the high scores in the arcade games. I did not know until I walked into the prize tent for like the 5th time that all the arcade games were in the carnival. I was progressing the story, hoping, because in the strongholds, like in the nerd stronghold, that pissed me off right there. The fact that I lost right there, that was heartbreaking. But like in the nerd stronghold, you had to do the sumo one, which already gives you have to get the high score anyways. That was a good one. And then you break into the greasers hideout, try to take it over. You have to you have what game was in there? No, that monkey one. You had to do that one, so you could do those two. Then I was expecting like the townies or anybody else to have another one, but nobody else had an arcade machine. It's like, where do I find it? Because you had the trophy Dual Nebula, which I found out you could do in the carnival, and then the purchase 250 articles worth of clothing. I didn't have to do this, but I thought I was going to have to. I didn't do any of the math, but I saw that there was clothing items in the carnival to get the Sharp Dressed Man trophy. But this right here, chapter 2 is complete, and we had like so many trophies done by this point. Like almost all of the trophies that you can think. There's a few trophies that we didn't get right away. Like, I mean, egg 25 cars we didn't get. Steal 20 bikes we didn't get. This is what, 20 errands? 20 errands. This is doing 20 errands. To do the last 10 errands was actually so difficult because they were so far and few in between. I mean, some of the trophies weren't even that hard to get. It was just like, oh, don't spend money. Like, rich boy problems or whatever it was. You had to accumulate $1,000. You had to have $1,000 in pocket change. I went and spent all of that on clothing because you had to purchase 250 items of clothing. I don't even think I made a dent. That one actually probably took the longest. I dedicated the first hour of every stream at one point to just going and getting money and buying clothing. It's like, okay, now I gotta go do the story. But then when we got to the last mission, which I knew was gonna be the last mission, more or less because I was playing the last mission, and then, oh, actually, I'll get back to that point. Is this the race where if you go past a certain bend, every time you go past a certain part, coming up right here, yeah, right here, every single time that visual glitch would happen. I had to redo that race because I think I lost. Oh no, dude, I closed the game and I forgot to save, so I had to redo that race. That sucked. This right here, honestly, if you're trying to get the 50,000, the 50,000 kilometers traveled on a skateboard trophy, whatever the hell it's called, this isn't a bad way to do it, due to the fact that it counts when you grip the vehicle. It actually counts as you using the skateboard. Not, well, the car does all the work. Same with being a paperboy, actually. If you're a paperboy, if you do the paperboy thing, because you have to, if you're a paperboy, you have to ride the bike. Riding the bike actually gives you 20, not 20. Riding the bike actually gives stats towards you having to ride the bike for 100 kilometers trophy. 100 meters, kilometers, whatever the hell it is. There was a lot of just then you had to run. I think 100,000 meters. Oh, excellent. Egg 25 vehicles. That was that one. I was one off from getting, and I was like, oh, I'll just get it tomorrow. And then I closed the app, and I was like, shit, because I didn't save the game. There was a lot of them that I was actually really close to getting in chapter 2, like the stink bomb one, the egg, the 25 cars. I was really close to. The one I was also really close to was stealing the bike. I kept doing that during missions, and as soon as I steal it, oh man, dude, it sucked, because I'd be towards the end of a mission, and I'm like, oh, there's a bike, let me go steal it. Then I'd steal it, and I'd get ripped off that bike instantly, caught. That was, oh, it's just insane. No, must have been 10, that must have been 10 errands, because this was 20, because this was not the last errand I did. I don't think I completed all of my errands until chapter 25. Oh, Rich Kid Blues, no, 25, chapter 25. Chapter 5. This glitch actually sucked. So it was like the beginning of the day, and I couldn't do anything. I was trying to see if I saved the game. I hadn't saved the game, so I couldn't load it. I was trying to think of any way to get out of this. I couldn't. I just finished delivering the paper out. I think this was like the second or third time I did it. And I wasn't really paying attention. I think I looked at chat, jumped into the tree, got stuck. Luckily, I had to wait maybe like 5 minutes, however long the cycle is to get to that point. I had to wait until I passed out. Once I passed out, it actually kicked me off the bike. I woke up, lost all my items, of course. I got robbed. But then we got to continue the game, and I instantly went and saved after this. Got 20, somebody tripped on 25 marbles, pull the fire alarm, throw the marbles in the hallway, pull the fire alarm so so many people trip on them. That was a good one. Not a good one. That one I was actually having trouble doing, because I get the bag of marbles, throw them once, get caught, and lose everything, like later down the line, which really sucked. Yeah, that's why that one took forever. I just stopped doing the marble one at one point. I eventually got to the point whenever I would throw all my marbles when I got a transistor, whatever the hell it's called. Then I'd run over, grab more marbles, and do it, and that just fueled my thing. So I went over, I think, 4 or 5 times to do that, because you can get multiple people to trip on the same bag of marbles, which was awesome. It would have sucked if you could only do it once and then it faded away. I had to do this fight twice, because I got stuck in some stupid combo that I could not get out of. Oh my gosh, that actually physically sucked too. I don't know why I'm speaking so negatively on this game for like the last 10 minutes. I thought this game was... I actually really enjoyed playing this game. It kind of sucked, though, that the last time you see Gary was at the end of chapter 1, maybe beginning of chapter 2. That's what kind of sucked, that was the last time you really got to see him. And then you didn't get to see him until the very last mission. I know he's working behind the shadows, and he was actually manipulating everything you do, but I wish you'd run into him every once in a while. That was something. Boy Genius, yeah, I think the only class I didn't have, because throughout the other chapters I'd go instantly back as soon as class started. I'd wait for both classes, and then I'd go do a mission. Was photography. All the other ones were I believe I banged out all the other ones besides maybe art. Or, no, it was English class. It was one of the two. So I had to do photography. Photography was on, like, 2, and the other one was on 4. It was whatever. But then, as you can see, we were getting further and further into the game, because I banged out a lot of the trophies earlier into the game, so we got to play a few streams. We just played, like, maybe, like, 4 hours worth of story. I only streamed for, like, 2 hours, so it's not, like, the big deal. This really sucked. How do you come back from this? Like, I don't remember her name. I know you end up winning her over, but that happened multiple times, and one time it happened to me right at the finish line as I was going to win, I was going to win this one. I had to redo this race, but I was originally going to win it, the last race, and somebody hit me right here. Oh, dude, I went right up against that wall again. I just got fucked. I couldn't come back. There's no way to come back. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. But overall, these races weren't hard. You had to pass them on turns. On these straightaways, they try to block you, and it was kind of terrible. Because I don't know, maybe if it was because it was so old, and you couldn't really design better bumping physics, but the physics would literally, when they bump into you, you just stuck together, and trying to pull away was so hard, like even via braking. This one was a little difficult for me. I was trying to figure out this game a little bit. This game only took me 3 attempts, but this it was like 10 minutes per attempt. Like I was so close a lot of times. You'll see the scores 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was difficult. What really starts when I got to 60,000 because you have to get 60. The high score is what you could see it. I think it said 6999 69980. But yeah, as you can see, we were progressing through the story really fast because you can bang out a lot of the missions. Yeah, that was. I didn't even read that. I just want to bring them down to the ground. That was awesome. But as you can see, most of the trophies you can just bang out really early in the game. Pretty much in Chapter 2. I mean, you can bang out a lot of them in Chapter 1, but you can bang out you can bang out a shit ton of them, like 50 wedgies, those type of trophies in Chapter 2 when you unlock the ability to go off campus and go into the town, because then you can egg 25 cars. Now you can go buy cartons of eggs. Um, I don't know. Yeah, that's bad. Actually, that's really about it. Go steal. You can go steal bikes now. I don't know if you could. I probably no. You probably could. Yeah. Glass dismissed. That one I sucked so bad in the beginning on this, but then as time was going on, I was getting like 30 bottles per. Not 30. I was getting like 25 bottles per go, which that was good. But I really enjoyed the story for this game. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm just kind of explaining how they went. I got really good at this one. Like I was hitting if I was hitting the sheriff's badge, if I felt like it was awesome. But here we are, marathon. Oh, I don't even remember this. Oh, this was shortly after you got good with the jocks, right? And like Gary was slowly destroying the school. And you're like, what is going on? And Petey's trying to tell you about Gary. No, actually, I overall had a lot of fun with this game. There's a few things that was kind of well, didn't work. As you can see, like all those guys just spawned in, like really ran at the coach. This took me forever. We're already in chapter 5 at this point, and I could not, for the life of me, it took me so long to do the last 10. Not even the last 10, like literally the last 4 errands was so damn difficult. This one was oh, I hate these walking ones. I did one earlier in the game, and I was like, son of a bitch. I ended up failing that one, actually. I ended up doing it again anyways. You saw it earlier in the video with Sherry, whatever her name is, the redhead. Oh my gosh. Monkey Fling. That was, I still at this point in time, I didn't know there was arcade games in the carnival that you could play. Actually, no, I did, because of Dual Nebula. Never mind, I lied. Sorry, I thought this... Sorry, I read the trophy wrong. This is where I skated. Oh my gosh, this was brutal. Because my biking was at like 50 already. My walking was at like, my feet were at like 80. But my, the skateboard, because as soon as I got it, I just unlocked the bike right afterwards. Oh my gosh, I was only like 6. That took me forever to do. I've been trying to do that one since chapter 2. That took forever. But I don't even I don't even know how to describe. Nah, that's not that I don't know how to describe it. There was certain things about this aspect of this game that I didn't really like the fact that you only got to run the school for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes in, not even 20 minutes. It was like 10 minutes in game time. That hurt. Problem child, you get 160,000 trouble points. Literally, I'm not even gonna lie to you. All I did was pull that fire alarm, try to beat up everybody that came out. I would bully them, and then as they're running away, I knock them out again, and then I'd go right back to pulling the fire alarm because the fire alarm would reset by this time, and fire alarm gives you points. You pull that fire. By the way, I found out if you pull that fire alarm while playing the game, you pull that fire alarm. I think it's 50 times. You get a fire trucker. You get a fire trucker's hat. Fire trucker's hat. A firefighter's hat, man. I can't say words today. So I bought a bunch of clothing items at the carnival, which in hindsight I didn't need to do because I didn't even buy all the clothing items in the shop, so it didn't even matter. Alright, sorry, somebody Interrupted. Don't matter. Torday Bulworth. This one was easy because I was pretty much right there. But I still wrote it around for the last mission just because I was like 4 off. I was like, I can get it during the last mission. Why not? Why not? There's a few things, like, we were in the middle of this mission at one point, and then I had to go pick up my brother. And I left it on. I was gonna save it, but then we had to go out, so I just said, oh, go in and turn my PlayStation off. And then we're like halfway to going where we want. I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't save that game for like 5 to 6 missions. I have to replay all of those. Which worked for me because I didn't complete the Smash It Up mission before I went into the finale, so I didn't know if I could go back and redo it. But I think somewhere in these not cutscene, but somewhere in the credits it said I could go back and do it when Chapter 6 popped up on the screen. I don't know if it's going to pop up here, but it was a lot of fun. I recommend this game. If I had to put it on a scale, I give it 7.5 out of 10, probably. It's a good game. Yeah, Chapter 6, Endless Summer. Nonetheless, right, it says it. I don't know. You'll see it on the screen. But nonetheless, I'm going to let you see my reaction to getting the platinum. Whether they're yellow, red, or green. Never been a fan of the lanterns. There we... Wait, whoa, oh, Endless Summer. I was like, whoa, there's another chapter? I thought Chapter 5 was the last chapter. Whoa, it literally said Graduate. Kleptomania, yes! Woohoo! We get the platinum. We have to. We've had to. Yes.